Hi there guys, Alex Ellis here from the Alex Ellis channel, and you join me on the Bus and Transport Enthusiasts New Zealand Facebook page, where we're going to be going through one of these albums to talk about a company. And today we're going for my local company, good old MAN Coach Services. So you can see the cover title card here. Here it's fine, I did this myself in Photoshop. The only thing now, I will point out, with a disclaimer, the only thing on here in this entire video that came from online, that came from the internet, are these two logos. The only things I got off the internet. Everything else, all of the other photos, were either taken by me, or Hepa Hannah, one of the other admins of this page, or Tommy Secker, who is the other admin of this page. And you can visit both of them on YouTube. Though Tommy Secker's YouTube channel name is Cruisley Road 4472, and Hepa Hannah is just Hepa Hannah. And you should know my channel name is Alex Ellis because you're watching it right now. This isn't a complete fleet history of MAN Coach Services, but all of the buses in here are in order of when they were built or rebuilt. If you do want to learn more though about the history of MAN Coach Services, or just the history of New Zealand buses in general, then a website that I recommend is the New Zealand Omnibus Society website. So that's a great place to go to find out about old New Zealand buses. You go into bus location, and then you can see a list of all sorts of different manufacturers of buses. So it's on the left hand side there, and various bus types. There's hyperlinks across the whole page there. Yeah, this one is actually quite close to the heart of some of our admins because Tommy Secker's granddad is a MAN Kapiti depot driver, and we also have a Hepa Hannah's aunt who is a Porirua depot bus driver. Very nice driver she is too. Does my school run sometimes, though I won't reveal their names though for privacy reasons. But yeah, let's get started. Before we actually get into the main fleet, I'm just controlling this on the Facebook page here using the arrow keys. We have some shots here of a couple of MAN's depots. We don't have any of the Newlands depot. These are some shots that I've taken but me and Hepa Hannah have got shots of the Porirua depot. This is on one end of the depot, so you can see the Enviro. This is where most of the Enviro 200s and the Volvos park, and then also, in fact, if we go back here, along there is where the MANs park. Each bus in the MAN depot has its own specific parking space, so they're always parked in the same location. So yeah. And then this here is the other end of the depot, as you can see. This is where the Mercedes-Benz's park and the Scanias, and another couple of coaches. And then the office on the other side. These are some of Hepa Hannah's shots from inside the depot itself, looking at the same side. So you can see the Scanias, coaches, and the Mercs there. There's also an Alexander Dennis Enviro 200 there as well. And then that's it there via the petrol pump. I don't actually know who provides that. This is back in the other end of the depot again, looking at mainly the Volvos and the ADLs there. And then this is the bit where the MANs park along here, and then up there you can see the offices. That's their office block, because Porirua is the main depot, it's the main operation centre depot. It's probably the largest depot, unless Newlands is bigger, I don't actually know. But yeah, and then this is where the MANs park at Porirua, and then that's more or less it really. Sometimes one of the Volvos may park there. That parking space isn't really occupied by any particular bus, to be honest. And then there's the Mercs and the Scanias again. This is at Param depot now. You can see the smaller Mercs here, thanks to Tommy Secker for these photos. Volvos and coaches. You can see all of the buses here at this depot. Depots are quite nice. Right, so now let's move on to the actual fleets. We start in 1983 with the 1983 New Zealand Motor Bodies Volvo B10M. There is only a couple of these actually left in operation. They used to have loads of them strewn across all three depots. though towards the end, quite a lot of the Newlands depot ones were sent to Porrirua for quite a bit. There's 118, because I do know all of MAN's city bus fleet numbers of their current fleet anyway, but there's 118 there, as you can see. Here's number 6, which still operates sometimes out of the Newlands depot, probably as an operational spare on a school bus. And then that's number 3 at the Capity depot, thanks to Tommy for that photo, that's been stripped of its logos. It's now been bought by one of MAN's drivers, who's going to turn it into a house bus. Most of these have been scrapped. We talk about the old Hino RK176177s. I'm not really going to talk about these either, same as with the Volvo B10Ms, because as I've mentioned before, they're old buses, like things like the original B6Rs and that. So mainly the best place to go for information about them is the Omnibus Society. But yeah, they did have a few of these, mainly operating out of Porrirua depot, as well as some Volvo B6FA coaches, with the same type of bodywork on them. But yeah, this one has already been sold. It still just had the MAN colours on it when I found it in the Hutt Valley. My computer actually had a crash, my old laptop, and I'd uploaded this photo to Facebook. This is the only photo I have left. I actually took lots of them, but the rest of them were lost. My computer, this is the only surviving one. These are the old 90s Optare Metro Riders. They used to operate 4 of them. 2 of them, when I took this photo, 2 had already been scrapped. They had 2 green ones, 1 red one, and then 1 red with advertising livery on it. I believe they've all been scrapped now. They were using them as school buses for a bit. We had 63, which was a Denny Start Wright bus, imported from the UK. That one was written off last year after it had an accident and crashed into a lamppost. 61 is also very soon to be sold. It's enjoying its last days as a school bus at the Capity depot. Not sure what it is. I believe it's an Isuzu. Not too sure on this one. Tommy would know what it is. Tommy's probably watching this video at some point, so he can tell me exactly what it is, because he hasn't told me. But yeah, that's. But anyway, I've used up 1/3 of the memory on this already, so we need to hurry up. We have refurbished coach 139. It's a Hino. I've actually been on this coach myself. It is very, very nice. I enjoyed that. I remember that. I have an interesting story about that, but that's for a different video entirely. But yeah, I don't really know much about charter coaches, because I'm more of a city bus person myself. We also have another coach, possibly a rebuild, I don't know. I believe it's a design line. This is coach 155. I'm not sure what it is. I believe it's a Volvo. I have no idea. I don't know too much about coaches. Here we have 25, which is odd, considering that MAN actually have 2 bus 25s. They have coach 25 and city bus 25. We don't have complete coverage on the entire coach fleet. A good place to look up for more coaches is actually the MAN and Newlands websites. They have some more insight into their coaches there. I don't actually know if they're still operating, all of them. Yeah, then 44 is one of about 3 or 4 Toyota coasters they've got. This one operates out of Param depot. And then we have 131 and 46 operating out of Porrirua. That's all I know of coasters at the moment. There's probably more at Newlands, I don't know. Moving on to the city buses. They have 3 1996 low floor design line bodied Volvo B6Rs. These were MAN's very first low floor buses. They were originally all running out of Capity depot. 11 now runs out of Porrirua. 9 and 10 still run at Capity. There was a rumour I heard recently that 9 and 10 may come to Porrirua, but I don't actually know if this is true. I was told by a MAN bus driver, but MAN changed their mind about things all the time. Let's have a look at a MAN bus, shall we? Oh, 177. That's the Alexander Dennis Enviro 200. We'll be covering them more towards the end of the video. Yeah, now I've used up half the memory now, and I'm hardly anywhere through this video. So we need to hurry up. I will actually probably end up doing this in 2 parts. Anyway, so that's that. There's 11 there from one of Hunter's photos. I haven't actually been on one. We move on to these. I'll try and get a good shot. We have the MAN 11.190s, 1997 design line bodies. These, they were built in 1997. They were acquired second-hand from Leopard in Christchurch in 2005. They have 6 of them, all operating out of Porirua Depot now. They all have differences. One of the main features about these is they're like multicoloured. The door frames are actually painted different colours. You have 67 and 109 with black door frames on them. You have white door frames on 40 and 108, and green on oh yeah, there's 40, and then green on 19 and 66. So yeah, you can see plenty of them there. That's a really good, nice shot there of 67 there. Where's one of 19? Oh, nice one of 40. Oh yeah, this is what they look like inside. The seat moquettes have been replaced. They're very, very nice though. I must admit, if I do say so myself, they are quite nice. And then that's a back view. This is 40, and then this is on 67. Yeah, these are some more pictures from 40 that Ohepahana took at the depot. See the ticket machine as well. 19 has also had the rear window remover. 148 and 149, Volvo B10M rebuild. You can see a picture of 149 on the Newlands website. These buses were Volvo B10Ms. 148, this one has been sold, and in fact if you go on my Flickr, if I scroll down, sorry, you'll have to go down a bit. You can see where it's been sold. It's now parked up here as an advertising bus for Pass Right. So that's what it's doing now. And then in this shot, you can actually see the inside of it. These buses were second-hand from Leopard as well. Little known interesting fact. Come on. I haven't got enough memory for you to piss around, Flickr. Yeah, that's the inside of it. A little interesting fact, 149 actually has a different back door. It's only got a single rear door instead of a double. If you look on the Newlands Coach Services website, you can actually see a picture. There was, I'm not sure where 148 was based, but 149 was at Newlands. They were eventually both at Param. 114 is another design line Volvo B10M. This one was rebuilt in 2000. It was running out of Porirua Depot. It's now at Kapiti Depot for works and some minor refurbishment works. Don't know whether or not it's coming back to Porirua or staying at Kapiti though. That's the one thing we don't know. So there's 114. We move on to the Mercedes-Benz 0305. These are classics. These ones are the 2-axle ones. They have 12 of them. No, or is it 12 or 13, or is it 11? I can't remember because I can't remember. I'm shit at maths. 77 through to 88 are the fleet numbers. You can work it out yourselves. The fleet numbers, they were scattered across all depots, but now though they're now all operating out of Porirua Depot. I mean, no, sorry, out of Param Depot. 85 has actually got a new front because it was rebuilt after it had an accident last year. Tommy's granddad was actually involved in that accident. He was the driver, and I probably shouldn't tell you that, but ah well. But yeah, I'm not telling you who he is, and he is a good driver. Yeah, according to Tommy. I've never actually met the guy. But yeah, these ones are the original 2-axle ones. So there's nothing been done to them at all. Just new bodies put on. I've not done the 2-axle ones, but I've heard though that they run fantastically. But yeah. So yeah, we need to move on. We move on now to the 3-axle extensions. 6 of them were extended to 3-axle, and this is a problem because they're slow, crap and horrible. And I'm getting these on my school bus now both ways because I've changed my bus from what I used to be. There's 2 at Power Param Depot, 4 at Porrereux. They also have 4 of them are raised floor and 2 of them are low floor. But only one of the low floors has a disabled ramp, and one of them's mine. It's my school bus. 60, 115, 116 and 43 are the high floors. 43 and 116 are the Power Param ones. And then the 2 low floors are 15 and 02. So yeah, you can see 115 there, the raised floors, 43. And then there's 02, one of the low floors. The low floors also have slightly thinner rear doors. The rear doors aren't so wide. At my school buses at the moment are 60 in the morning and 02 home. So quite a contrast. I get both in a day. And yeah, this is the front of 15. That was a pretty bad shot. I kind of missed. And then there's 15 there again. The Dennis Stark Metzex. There's 2 of these that were imported from the UK. They were acquired in 2001. They're raised floor buses. They were both running out of Porrereux, though they're both now running out of Newlands, as you can see in this photo here. Quite a nice shot there. They are tiny. Now that the Optare Metro riders have gone, they are now currently the smallest buses running in the minor fleet. So yeah. We move on again now to 2001. They have 4 2001 Design Line MAN 11.220s, which were acquired from Leopard in 2005, along with the 90s ones. So that's 16 and 017 with the orange LED displays, and then 24 and 25 with the old analog displays on them. That's how you tell them apart. 16's also got some new rear lights. It's just clever. I've got so used to seeing these buses now because they run them every day. I see them like every day that I've learnt to tell them apart. 017 is the only one I haven't been on. Yeah, and there's 25. 16. You can see where there's new lights there on 16. Yeah, there's 25. 24 there. 16. Some of these photos are taken on my mobile phone, so not very good. Yeah, 24 there. That's quite a nice shot. Okay, we move on now. Before we move on to the Volvo B10M, we're going to stop the video now, and I'm going to empty this camera, and then I'm going to edit the clips together. So you don't need to worry about what I've just said. I'll see you in about a second. Right, thanks to the wonders of editing, instead of it being 5 minutes, it's now only been a second or 2. And so we carry on now with the Volvo B10Ms. We'll start with this one. Well, these two, 70 and 71. The single doors, built for the Capity commuter service, a long distance run. But Mana don't run it anymore. Capity coach doors do. So yeah, they were both run out of Power Param Depot, but 71 has been moved to Porrereux. 70 is still there. Yeah, so there's those. Then there's the twin doors, 68 and 69 out of Porrereux, and 72 was at Newlands but is now at Porrereux. They're different, as you can see on the inside of 68 here. Basic seats, no aircon, that sort of stuff. And then you can see 69. 69 has had the rear window removed after it had an accident. Yeah, 68's also got a different engine in it as well. And then you can see 72 here. A little interesting fact about these buses. 68, 69 and 70, if you look on the inside here, have these black coloured door frames on the inside. If you look on the inside, however, of 71 and also here 72, they're painted white. That was thanks to Kiwi bus builders changing the colour. There's also only that's 5 buses. There's only 2 more buses in his bodywork in the whole country. 2 single door ones owned by Nimmin and Sons in Hawke's Bay. Those have white door frames inside too. Yeah, we move on now to the next type of B10M. We have 73 and 74. which are the non-air conditioned ones. They don't have air conditioning. They have body like this. One of only 5 buses in the whole country body like this. 4 owned by Mana, one owned by Nimmin and Sons Hawke's Bay. 73 and 74 look identical from the outside. We don't have any inside shots of them, however, but anybody who gets a close-up view of them would notice that 73 and 74 have actually got completely different seats in them. They all have white door frames inside, by the way. Yeah, unlike the other ones, which were rebuilt 2002, these ones were rebuilt 2003. Both of these were at Newlands and now at Porrereux, and they have been for years and have been rebranded. 74 was temporarily back at Newlands at the end of last year. As my understanding goes, it's now back in Porrereux. It has been for a while now, unless it's gone back to Newlands again, but I don't think it will. But yeah, that's them. And then we have 75 and 76. You can always tell 76 apart from 75 because it's got a different grille. 76 and 75 are the 2 air-conditioned ones. They have different engines to the other B10Ms in them as well. Because numbers 69 through to 74 have all got the same engine in them. And then the other B10Ms have all got various different engines in them. Yeah, 76 has always been a Porrereux bus, always. 75 was at Newlands and is now at Param. These ones are, they're pretty much the same in bodywork design, except they have air conditioning and chartery seats. But other than that, though, they're just used as normal buses, really. They're not used in any other way that's different to the way they use any other B10Ms. Or 76 is anyway. 75 is used as a charter bus at Param Depot, rather than a school bus. Yeah, this bus was taken after 75 had had a fresh coat of paint on it. So that's why it's so shiny. And there's 76 doing its normal 230 run. Another coach, 122. Tommy would know all about that. After a driver once put petrol in it instead of diesel and buggered up the whole thing when it's been fixed now. Not sure what sort of coach is it. It is possibly a Volvo, don't know. No idea who built it. I think that's a Kiwi bus builders, judging by the lights. Going practically by the lights and by a couple of other shapes. Yeah, that's definitely Kiwi bus builders there. But yeah, not sure what it is. I believe it's a Volvo. Moving on to 2003, they have 2 of these MAN 12.223s with this version of a design line bodywork. 47 and 48 at Porrereux Depot. Yeah, very weird floor layout. There is a disabled ramp at the front. As soon as you come in, there's a ramp that slopes up. So the mid-section is actually raised slightly. Then the back section is raised even higher. So it's a bit of a weird low floor. I've seen that concept used before on some of Valley Flyers buses. Yeah, but you can see them here. 47 and 48. Most of these are 47. Oh, there's 48. And then we have the 2005 MANs. These were built in 2005, but they were acquired by Mana in 2007, as they were originally delivered to Go Bus in Hamilton. And then they were in 2005, then acquired by Mana in 2007. The fleet numbers are 20, 21 and 22, and then 50 and 52. And they all run out of Porrereux Depot. They're very nice buses. Running 7 days a week, and they're very nice. Pretty much just the standard design line bodywork of the times. Really, there isn't really much I can say about it. To be honest, and they're running so often that I have photos of every single one of them. Really, some more than others. Volvo B7Rs, we go back in time again here to 2003 with 119 and 120. You can tell them apart actually because the air conditioning pods are painted different colours. Green for 120, white for 119. They have horrid engines in them. They're acquired second hand from Riches. They were run up in Auckland. So yeah, they're Volvo B7Rs with Kiwi bus builders bodies, and they run out of Newlands Depot. Then we have the 2004 ones, numbers 123 through to 129. They're all run out of Newlands Depot. As you can see, all the same Kiwi Bus Builders bodywork. These are much nicer engines in them. These ones were original to MAN. Original to MAN from 2004. Pretty standard. They're very similar to the standard versions, but not quite the same. Same here. Yeah, and then you can see 125 there. It's basically what they look like. Then you have the air-conditioned ones. There's 3 of these: 142, 144, and 145. They were running at this. They were second-hand. They were built 2004. They were second-hand from Bays. From from Bays from Bayline. Up in Tauranga. They were used on the Bay Hopper service, which is now run by GoBus. And yeah, so they're sold to MAN. They're still completely original inside, just an outside repaint. They were running out of Newlands. A couple of years ago, they moved to Porrirua Depot, but they're now all back at Newlands again. And so, yeah, you can see them here. Though sometimes they do come to Porrirua on a visit on the 211 run, which runs all the way from Courtney Place to Porrirua. So you can see them here. Then we have 146 and 147. They were new to MAN in 2005. They were originally delivered to Newlands. They're now both at Porrirua. 146 still says Newlands on it, but 147 has been repainted MAN. There's 146 here. You can see there, I've been on these. They're very nice. Volvo B7Rs don't always sound very nice, but as Jamie Treadwell actually told me though, that they have very nice older Voith gearboxes. They sound epic. And you should see my video of 147 on my channel, because they have very epic engines. That's the inside of 147 there. So very, very nice. Coach 130, Kiwi Bus Builders Volvo B10M rebuild. Rebuild done 2005, I believe. So there's it there. Now we move on to 2008. The horrible tag Volvo B7Rs, which everybody likes except me. I think they're horrid. Everybody else loves them. I don't like though those yellow handrails on the doors with red inside. It looks tacky. These were the very first buses built in the new Kiwi Bus Builders bodywork. That probably explains why they're so crap, because they're practically demonstrators or prototypes. They were delivered in 2008. Originally all to the Newlands depot, with fleet numbers 150 through to 157. 151 and 152, which you can see one of them here, have now been moved to Porrirua depot. Good God. No, I have been on them and I absolutely hate them. Yeah, you can see them here. Now we move on to the Scania K280 UB6s. Kiwi Bus Builders bodies, much better build quality on these. They were built 2009. 160 through to 165 are at Newlands, and 166 and 167 are at Porrirua. That's 165 on the inside. These were doing my school run on the afternoon service in 2012 and term 1 of 2013. They were doing the running, and it was doing the running both directions for the rest of last year and the start of this year. 166 has now stopped doing my run, which is very disappointing because it's actually my favourite bus. So I'm a bit sad about that, but hey, what can you do? And is now being replaced by the Mercedes-Benz 0305s, 1602. The reason for this is because our bus goes back to the depot after it does our run, and they don't want this sitting in the depot. They'd rather have it doing the routes. So they swapped it. 166 is now doing the Titahi Bay run in both directions, which is okay because this is bigger and they have more passengers than we do anyway. But we still take a lot of people. Yeah, but they're really, really cool. Now, and the Pahutakawa is actually very symbolic. The green and the red. Yeah, because MAN, if you look at the outside, they have those red arrows on the sides and red fleet numbers because red is MAN's secondary colour. It's part of the logo. That's why they chose the Pahutakawa. Red is also the standard interior handrail colour of MAN buses now. Yes, that's what they're like, and I have loads of photos of these, especially 166, of course, because it's been my favourite. And there's 167 there on the A tier college run. There's 166 and 167 there at Adventure School. 166, 166. One of them. There's 166 there. Quite a nice shot there, that one. Yeah, I got these ones on a school charter actually, so I had it for the whole day. Yeah. Then they got 6 more in 2010. Now these are really epic. I haven't been on one, but I've heard they're epic because Tommy's been on one. 168 through to 173. Sadly though, they all ran out of Newlands. They have epic plug doors on them, which you can see here. Plug doors. Some of them have had the seats replaced with leather. The seat covers replaced with leather. Some of them still have moquette on them, which is really cool. But yeah, they do come to Porrier on 211 sometimes, and they do quite a lot of charters and school charters as well as running runs there. Really big buses. So yeah, I so want to go on one of them. I really do. So we move on to the last buses now, the Alexander Dennis Enviro 200s. These are yellow handrails inside because it's the standard colours. 174 through to 185. 174 through to 181, sorry, are at Porrier, and 182 through to 185 are at Power Param. 182 and 185 were at Porrier, but they were moved up there. Yeah, these are. Everybody complains about how crap Enviro 200s are in this country. I like them. I actually think they're alright. I don't mind. I like a good Enviro every now and again. Yeah, that's what they look like. Standard design because they're all the same in this country, but they do have MAN's custom moquette on them, as you can see. And yeah, so they're actually quite nice. I like them. They do their job. Really. I love the way that they've done all the black on the front here as well. They have a very good paint job on here. Very good paint job. Yeah, 174, 75 and 76 were built in late 2011. 177, 178 and 179 were built in early 2012. 12, and then the last 6, so that's 180, 181, 182, 183, 184 and 185 were all built in late 2012. Though 3 of the Porrier ones are currently up in Auckland. Marna's sister company, Howick and Easton, temporarily they're on lease. They will be getting them back eventually when Howick and Easton's turn up. New buses turn up, which I presume are probably more Enviros. But yeah, you can see some at Capiti. You can basically see them here. We have lots of photos of them. And then this is the last one. As those of you who follow my channel would know, Mana are apparently getting double deckers. Now it says Mana on it, but they're actually all going to the Newlands depot. Or it. I don't know how many they're getting, whether or not it's 1 or 2. It's most probably going to be this, the Enviro 500. I did disobey the disclaimer, as this photo did come off the internet, but it came off the Stuff website, which is just a news website anyway. It doesn't really matter on this one. Yeah, because Mana are owned by Suter Industries Limited. I should have mentioned that at the start. Who have shares in Alexander Dennis. So it's most likely going to be the Enviro 500 because the Enviro 400 is not licensed to go on New Zealand roads because of axle regulations. So yeah, that is pretty much the Mana fleet. Or all we know. Don't forget, as I mentioned, if you want to know more about the history, best to check out the Omnibus Society website. And yeah, stay tuned on my channel for more of these fleet information videos. And I'll see you next time.